a couple mil. Ew, ain't even eat while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil and all this loose thing the freshman ain't. Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Oh, you irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Field. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Complete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up on the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 21 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen
at the 4-yard line.
Now Cousins feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
It'll be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On fourth down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On the ground, it's Cook.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Cousins. Quickly to Thielen here. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, Cousins throwing right, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and a yard at the Falcons.
Back to the ground, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
Yes, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
For 2nd and 5.
At the 32.
To the right side and complete to Hurst.
The pass.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
By Jeff Gladney. A gain of 4. It's
a shotgun handoff to Patterson.
At the 42-yard line.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
13 yards. First down, Falcons.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Falcons nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Patterson on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They run with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good.
Kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33.
A give to Cook out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Cook, the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yard line. A gain of 2. Brings
on the carry, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
On the carry. He's brought down by Dion.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he finds Danny Amendola.
The pass.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 10.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The tackle
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 4 yards.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the 2nd quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Now you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeout. they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Falcons field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Vikings 7, Falcons 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Over the middle to Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Cousins on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Cook, the ball carrier.
So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Younghoe Koo, the kickoff for it.
So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a run with Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
He was down.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play fake. Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was
pressure ball, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Antoine Woods in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I wonder, partner, what it would be like to just do a bar graph for all the players in the NFL to see where they came from in college to where they are in the NFL. And Daniil Hunter, a guy with less than 10 sacks in his college career at LSU, is now one of the best sack guys in the NFL. Picks up another one there, had 14.5 last year, and became the youngest player in NFL history to reach 50 sacks in his career in the 2019 season.
He'll drop to throw. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Cousins. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Again, it's Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
It's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Staying on his feet. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
For C.J. Ham. Incomplete.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result. Usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
And he's able to put it through. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll try and run it. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They run, Cook, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. And now the second active leading rusher in the NFL, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Peterson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Now goes a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped prepped and ready for its next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now he'll tuck it and run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Atlanta.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. They'll try to punch it into Davis. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage.
I know in this spot they have to be thinking to themselves, let's go ahead and go for it right now. We don't know if we'll get another opportunity. But if you trust your defense at all, you kick the field goal and maybe have one more shot later.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Cousins to throw it. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Fowler. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
They run it again with Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
On the carry.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Landon.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throw, but incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 8, 1:52 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. He's back to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And bring it down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. As he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down. Back to throw. And Amendola with a catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Incomplete. It's second down.
He'll look to throw. It's caught outright, Amendola. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
6 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. Spotlight is magnified. The pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown. They feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, to give him more confidence. Again, he'll drive. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now it's Patterson. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Falcon
going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
At the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and...
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game. A costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
The tackle there by Antoine Woods. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. What can Cousins do in the OT? That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Cousins pass.
7 yards, the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 16. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And they'll corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Draw play, Madison, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 24.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Minnesota, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go miss? How she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? So I asked, can I?
Going up, a champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work
dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, and I hit that. Okay, yeah, and I hit that. Sorry, like it, okay, yeah, and I hit that. Okay, yeah, and I hit that. Yeah, Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe with a cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.